everyone, welcome to Addicted2Triathlon. Whether you've been doing triathlons for years or you want to do your first one and don't know how to start, listen to our podcast, read our articles, check out our videos, and ask us questions. We would like to be a part of your journey to becoming addicted to triathlon. Welcome to Addicted2Triathlon.
Episode number
33.
No, 37.
Oh gosh, I'm way off.
Way off. All right, it's time to have fun.
I know, I've been having fun.
Yeah, so we had our race. It was actually 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago this weekend. This is July 6th. No, July 5th. Happy birthday, America, yesterday. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the race we had, Pomona Sprint Triathlon.
Sheesh. Crazy.
Go ahead.
It was, all I can remember, it was like extremely hot and no wind.
Hot and no wind.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went over and we swam in the little lake, right? And it was seated start.
Just a small sprint.
Yeah, so seated start, so everyone went on there, leaving every 15
And it was
seconds.
already hot on the swim for me.
Yeah, as soon as you got in the water, you noticed it was hot.
Yeah, I was like, great, this is not going to be a good race for me.
I liked it.
I almost bugged out and just stopped like 2 or 3 times.
Really? From a little sprint? It's just a little sprint.
Heat. Yeah.
So we had, so we did a 500 meter swim, right?
Well, yeah, 12-mile bike.
12 and a half mile bike, maybe, and a 3.1 mile run, right?
Yeah.
So I liked the swim. I was like comfortable.
My head was hot already.
Wow, and you seated yourself right behind me, so you were 15 seconds behind me, right?
Yeah, and I started going to the wrong way to the
You did?
the first turnaround.
Yeah.
I started going that way
Oh.
towards.
You did what I did on triathlon.
Yeah.
Where I didn't look.
Yeah.
So okay,
But the rest of the way I was good because I hooked up with some swimmers and I just started staying with them and I just
Okay.
followed them.
I think I swam up on 3 people, and one of them when I did my stroke, I went down and I hit his goggles from the side. I hope I didn't mess him up.
Sometimes you could just not like look up and you just pay attention to the people
Their feet.
swimming next to you.
Yeah.
And you just follow them.
You actually could see their feet. You
Yeah.
actually could see them.
Yeah. Then you don't have to even really sight and you can go really fast.
Yeah. Unless
unless they're going slow.
yeah, and you can save a lot of energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing it.
Yeah,
that way.
and I did get up close to them and took some of their drafting.
And then that last turn buoy that went straight back to the where you were going to get out, I started like sprinting there on the swim past a couple people. And then you swim until you touch ground with your hand,
Yeah.
and then you get up. Some people were like trying to get up earlier.
Yeah.
There was remember when we were watching the start, there was like this little 7-year-old girl.
Yeah.
She just got there, started swimming, and just took off like a little fish.
I didn't even know she was 7.
That's what people were saying around her. She's only 7.
Yeah.
So that was cool. So I got out of the water, I went over to the transition, and the sprinklers were on.
Oh, I know. Mine was too when I was there.
Yeah, well, I saw you when I was leaving.
I'm like, oh, you saw me?
When you were coming in, I was leaving.
Oh,
So I
on the
figured I
bike.
had at least 2 minutes on you
Oh,
there,
yeah.
if not 2.5 minutes. But then, yeah, got on the bike.
By then, I just didn't care already.
Everything was wet.
Yeah, everything was stopping. I'm like, I came into the first transition. I'm like, screw it. I'm not drying myself off.
You're wet already.
Yeah, my cycling shoes were wet. My socks were wet.
Yeah, everything was wet.
Yeah, and I remember you brought your
My spray bottle.
yeah.
I actually used it because
You
there
did.
was grass on my feet.
Oh my
So I
God,
just
I'm
used my
sure.
spray bottle and I used my wet towel and
Yeah.
got it off and just got on the bike and started going. We had to go out of transition and go left on this little gravel area to get out.
Yeah.
And then we're out on the bike, and I saw you on 3 turnarounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the last one I saw you was the big long one.
Yeah.
And I figured I was 3 or 4 minutes ahead of you. And I'm like, oh, she's going to catch me on the run. I better get going. And then...
It's like a Cat and Pepe.
Yeah, kind of like our Cat and Pepe race or training. But yeah, I saw you. I was like, okay, 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. If I go harder, I can make up some time. But she could still catch me on the run. I gotta have like 8 minutes on you to make up so I could beat you on the run. Then I was eating my second fig bar.
You ate way too much.
I ate my second fig bar, and I breathed it in. It went like down my lungs, and I'm like coughing, and then it would go up into my nasal cavity, and then I'd suck it down, and then it would go back down into my lungs.
Yeah.
It just kept going back and forth and back and forth.
I didn't eat anything. I just drink.
Then finally, I just kind of threw it out. So I hope you didn't see that on the road. If you saw that on the road, that was me. Yep.
It's all wet.
The fig bar on the ground.
Oh, I didn't see the fig bar.
Yeah. The only reason I was eating the second one because I accidentally dropped the first one going back out on the long leg of the bike.
I just drank my Gatorade and then I didn't finish it all.
But I had fun on the swim and I had fun on the bike. And then on the...
What's that to do with the fig bar?
Well, I was just saying the fig bar. Except for that, I had fun. We had to go over the highway bridge. That was a little
I had fun too. It's just like, it was like, oh, this is fun. Oh, I'm hot. Oh, this is fun. I'm hot.
Yeah. Then when I got off the bike, my little stomach.
Yeah, you ate too much.
No, it wasn't that. It was the little injury I got from doing the wind sprints up the hill.
Oh
hill
yeah,
intervals.
you're running without me.
Yeah.
Because me and John normally go hill sprinting up the hills together.
Yeah, or the track together.
And I was late for work one day, or late coming back from work one day.
Yeah.
John's like, I'm just gonna go running without her.
That's me. Then I hurt myself. So I felt it, my little hernia. That's what I'm gonna call it, my little hernia. And then I got off the bike.
It's just a muscle pull in the groin.
And then, so I was gone out of transition and I didn't see you. So I must have made up at least another 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's
on you.
when I wasn't carrying.
And then
Like, I don't care.
I started the run and it was hot. I'm like, oh no, this run is hot. There's no wind, like you said. And
Yeah, and then I was hot and I stopped at the
aid station.
Yeah, and the lady looked at my face and she's like, are you okay?
But that was a mile and a half in.
Yeah, she's like, take some ice. Here's a fan. She started blowing the fan in my face.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I'm like, no. She's like, you want me to call someone? I'm like, no, I'm good. I said, I'll just go slow.
Yeah, then we started running and about 2 miles in.
That's how I saw you last time too.
I felt you. I felt your presence. And then we turned down like we were going to go down into the gully, but the gully was flooded. So we had to run on the grass.
I walked
off the side of the hill. And I turned around and I saw you there. And I'm like, oh, she's going to pass me. And then you didn't pass me.
No, because I wanted to pass you, but then I knew if I was going to speed up, I was so hot. When I'm hot, so hot, I hyperventilate.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know why. Can't figure it out.
You did that in Cyprus that one year.
Yeah, so I just did my own thing, didn't care, and ran.
Yeah, so I finished and then you finished. Overall, I think you were a minute behind me overall.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and then we went and took a picture at the, they had a little picture place. You could take your picture.
Yeah.
And then we went and got our stuff in transition and went to the Jeep. And then you got in the car. I'm like, where are you going? If this is going to be our last race, we're going to go party with everybody. Right?
Yeah.
So we went back, had our pizza and beer. And
That was really
what was
good.
that other drink you had that you had to get from the cooler?
Just Gatorade, cold Gatorade.
It was Gatorade?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I thought it was
Yeah.
something else.
No, it was Gatorade.
Yeah, so while we were there watching the awards, then they got to Kate's awards and they called her name. She podiumed.
And I had the worst mental race. Yeah, because I was so hot. I thought I was tripping. I thought I was still out of it. I'm like, what? They called my name. And John's like, go.
Get up there.
Started taking pictures.
Yeah, so it was nice. You podium. That's the last time we were there. You got fourth.
Yeah.
So
So this time I made third.
yay!
Yeah.
And the
got a
one,
nice cup.
the one behind you was like right behind you too.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were running in together, and you beat her.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that was the end of our season, though, right?
Yeah.
No more.
It became summer.
It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was going to take 2 weeks off, so I still got this weekend to take off, and then I'm going to start. I'll probably go back and I'll just probably ride up here for a while. But you're doing a run focus training.
Yeah. So I am so enjoying my running again. I feel like it feels like the old days.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
So-
what's your run focus training like? What is it?
What is it? What?
What do you do?
I do a 3-mile long run. Which
Long,
is,
slow run?
yeah, that's a weird.
Slow.
It's 3 miles, but it should be longer, but whatever, I'll take
Not
it.
yet. You're not
So I'm
ready.
trying to lose weight and do a run focus. And I'm trying, at the same time, I'm trying to up my running and be better at running.
Mm-hmm.
So I can
Like-
start going
like we
faster,
both used to be.
like I used to, yeah. But it's also helping me lose weight.
So 3 mile long, slow
So
run.
3 mile, and then the next day, 2 mile tempo, which I did
Tempo.
today, and it was so awesome, and it was hot today. But I did 12-minute, 40-second minutes per mile for the first time in so long.
Yeah.
And then
Because when you're doing the long training for the half Ironman, you're not running that fast. I mean, relatively speaking, for our ages, we're not doing 10 minutes.
but I used to.
No, we used to do 8 minutes.
Yeah. No, but I did 10-minute miles before during triathlons too.
When we were doing just sprints.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I've just thought I've lost it because with my running, but really it's because we're doing triathlon, we're doing swimming, biking. By the time you get to the run,
You're tired.
I can't do my regular running, what I do.
Yeah. So we're doing running focus for you.
So,
I'll do a biking focus for a couple weeks and then I'll start running. I just want to make sure my stomach thing is fine
yeah.
before I do that.
So the 3 mile slow, 2 mile tempo, 2 mile slow recovery. And then take a break or swim or bike on a day
Easy.
off, easy. And then
But
start
no running.
But no running, and then start over again.
Repeat. Yes.
So I'm on my second week now.
Your second set.
Yeah.
So you did your tempo. So tomorrow is recovery.
Boring.
And then Monday you're off. Then you do it again. And then I'm just waiting to tell. I'm looking at your numbers and I will tell you when you can increase it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you how much to increase it by. But right now, you just need to enjoy running again.
I know.
Yeah.
It was so awesome.
Instead of making it work. It's work, you don't like it. Then,
I know. I had the best time today.
yeah, that's how it's
The
supposed to
best
work.
time.
Wow, your coach may know something.
Yeah.
Okay, so so we're done really for the rest of this year, and it's
Yeah.
July, because there's the Cypress is at the end of this month, and then there's another one in Katy at
Yeah,
the
I
end of
just
next
got
month. but
burnt
it's-
out.
It's hot. Well, you've
It's
been
hot.
training for what, 10 months?
Yeah.
That's a long
I don't know
time of
how
training.
the pros do it.
They take breaks.
Like how long it breaks.
I don't know, month or two. Just depends. Like if they
Yes.
do Some of them, if they do the early season, they want to qualify for Kona or World 70.3. They'll train for the spring, and then they'll taper off. They'll still train, but then they'll.
But also while I'm running,
Uh-huh.
I still miss swimming.
Oh yeah,
Kind of
we'll,
miss swimming.
we'll do it.
And I miss biking.
We'll do enough of those when we get going again, so that we can start wrapping those up. But for right now, we're just doing a run focus for you. But then, so the pros, then they'll take like the summer off when it's hot, not off, but, and then they'll pick it back up for the October Worlds, or October Worlds. So, yeah, that's how they do it. So they actually have like 2 seasons. Then there's some people, they just keep going all year round, which then they get injuries and burnt out. And
I know, I don't know how they do that.
yeah, and speaking of World Championships, so they're changing the rules on qualifying. So for not this year, next year, the 2026 season, if you want to go to Kona, full Ironman, they're going to do it differently. If you get first in your age group, you're automatically got a slot. If you don't want to go and it goes to second, and they don't want to go, it goes to third, and then that's it. It doesn't keep going. And then the slot goes to a pool. And then they look at this overall calculation of see who's next. So they'll take all the people that are gonna go, that got the slots, 1, 2, or 3, as far as the roll down, and then they'll go and there's this chart. So I think the 24 or 25 to 29-year-olds have 1, and then everyone else is a fraction of that, men and women, and then they'll just take your run time or your triathlon time and then calculate it and then see where you fall in this chart.
Yeah.
And then they'll take the next top people from there. So you won't know when you leave if you're going or not to Worlds. For 70.3, and it's men or women, whoever's next in the slot is gonna, get the chance.
Yeah.
But 70.3, it's gonna be men and women, broken individual or by their gender. So this is gonna be interesting. So you could be leaving and not know you're going to Worlds, or you think you may be going to Worlds, but you won't be. So
I didn't really read about it.
yeah, it's a big old calculation thing. There's GTN on YouTube had a thing on it, on how it's calculated. But so if you're interested in doing that, just know it's different now. You don't just keep rolling down until you're the last one there. So if you want to go, you want to get your slot, be first in your age group. If you want to go. All right.
I'd much rather do the little neighborhood ones, and it's really easy to podium.
What did I say when you got it? I'm like, you're going to Worlds. Yeah, that's funny. So next year, are we gonna stick to the sprints again and just do 3 or 4?
Sure, if you want.
But you don't want to do it do you want to do them in the spring? You want to do them in the fall? Because the summer ones are too hot for you. And I can beat you in the hot ones.
Not Pomona.
No, you don't want to go back and,
No, I mean, you can't beat me in Pomona.
I beat you there.
I just let you. Because I had a I don't care attitude.
Did you hear that? She
It's-
let me beat
No, it's just all in the attitude. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't care. I just plainly didn't care.
I know. It got hot, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm like, I'm just going to enjoy this.
It was funny, at the aid station, I went through it just like I did at the Panama City.
So what, you
Because-
wanted to do long sprints? Long ones again?
Not really. Those take a lot out of you for training. Although it did help my A1C score drop a little bit.
But we can go find like some longer ones.
Some Olympics.
We can go,
We can go travel,
yeah, like we
Do-
like to.
do racecations.
Yeah, Dallas or
Austin.
whatever.
Yeah. You can go see.
We'll see, yeah.
We'll see. Okay. So
Or I
that'll-
can just go to the small ones and keep trying to podium.
Yeah, I got 5th place, but there was only 5.
I know, it's a really small small sprint.
Yeah, the first 4, they like skunked me. There was no way. When people were running by me, I'm like, gosh, aren't they hot? They were like hauling by me.
And I was inspecting everyone that went by me.
Yeah.
And they had like bubbles all over their arms because they were dripping sweat.
Yeah, I had sweat coming down off the bill of my hat. It was just dripping constantly.
Yeah, and even this young guy we said the same thing.
Oh yeah,
so
that one guy that said, yeah, he was. Oh, there was that one guy that had one leg. He had that fake leg. So he was pretty cool running.
I think I was swimming next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see how he got out?
No.
I'm wondering if he had assistance.
Wait and see. I'm sure he did.
Well, actually,
I think there was someone right next to him swimming.
Oh, he was actually ahead of me on the swim because I passed him on the bike. Oh. Yeah. So. Anyway.
But it was fun.
Anything nutrition-wise that we're changing?
I'm just having less carbs.
Less carbs?
For
more protein?
For being menopausal.
Yeah.
Now that
helps you.
Having less carbs definitely keeps more fat off your hips and off your stomach, because you eat just a little bit of carbs and you like blow up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we didn't care last night though, at the fireworks.
No. We went to the fireworks. I didn't eat that whole burrito.
We went to the Freedom over Texas in Houston.
Well, I just had that burrito and the watermelon.
Caitlin ordered this burrito at a food truck, and it was like this big.
But I had to throw away the one half, so
it was
I just ate half and had a big old thing of watermelon.
And we're like, we could just ask people if they want it, but then people will be like, gross.
Yeah.
I want your food.
But no, I don't want your germs.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I'm just changing my way of eating. Yeah, more protein, less carbs. I still am eating carbs.
Yes, because you still need it to work out.
I'm trying to eat less sugar.
Mm-hmm.
But this running is taking fat off already.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good. So, and I think part of that is when your body does get used to, like when you are doing the half Ironman training, your body's getting used to all that, and it becomes more efficient, so you don't really lose weight.
No.
It's not like you're eating more. I mean, towards the end, you're burning a lot of calories, but it's holding on to what you got.
So annoying.
Seems like.
Yeah. And so I went back to running because I remember when I was just a runner, the pounds would just come off, and it's really easy.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw those pictures. You were like really skinny. You were too skinny.
Yeah. So I did a bunch of tempo runs, just like I did long runs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get you. And then I think
I want to do my 10-minute miles again.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I was just at 14 during triathlon season. Now I'm up to 12.
But you know what I'm finding interesting is, like, even though we're older, my times are still getting better from the sprints that we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even though my run sucks now than it does compared to them, my swimming and biking are faster.
Mm-hmm.
Although there was one, that Cypress one we did last time, my run was better, which was kind of weird. I guess I did something right that day. But we, when we go back to training, instead of just training for sprints, I think we'll train for Olympics, so we can do longer, and then, but still do the sprints.
Yeah.
Because you do sprint training, you're training specifically for sprints, which are shorter distances, so you keep everything shorter. But if you do it a little bit longer, it's like I wouldn't do that with a half Ironman or full Ironman training unless you're gonna be a pro or something, because that would wipe out your body.
Yeah.
You'd be tired all the time. But As far as doing sprints, you could go a little longer and then just increase the mileage just a little bit.
I'm just gonna always be a runner, always, no matter what.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I like talk to people, like I have patients. I work with the doctor I work for. Like patients get on the treadmill, the stress test, and they're like, oh my gosh, and their hearts, they just have like some cholesterol problems, and the doctor wants to just test them for a stress test. And they're like, and it comes out the stress test is normal, so they had a hard time on the treadmill, so they're just poorly conditioned.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't want to be like that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't either.
No.
That's no fun.
No.
Even just the 2 weeks off, I'm like, oh gosh, I got all these aches and pains.
I know.
Just from the niggles when my body's,
Yeah.
because your body's recovering and healing from all that training. Then we're going to start it back up. So
I think I'm already healed.
Good.
I feel awesome.
yeah, well, you just kept going. You were just annoying because you didn't have any plan. You're like, I don't want a plan. I don't want structure. So you would just go out there and do whatever.
Uh-huh.
And that doesn't work either.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. All right. Anything
Yeah.
else?
Just trying to have fun.
Have fun.
Fun.
It was fun. We did have fun before that race. We were having fun.
What race?
The Pomona. Oh, because we went on a bike ride.
Yeah.
We went on the bike ride. We took our old red bikes out. And we're like, wow, that was fun. We went on our old bike course that we did on the bayou and over to the University of Houston campus and rode through there and came back. It's like, that was fun. Let's do it again. And you even rode to your bike to work.
Yeah.
In the heat.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Riding bike to work, I think that's done.
That's done till September.
Fall. Yeah. Yeah, my scrubs were sticking to my body.
Yeah, and you had your backpack, so your back was wet.
Yeah, and then I could smell myself all day.
Ew. That's no help for anybody. Ew, gross. Go home, change, take a shower.
I don't think I smell that bad, but...
Okay. All right, I guess that's it. We're
Yeah.
going to cut it off now.
Yes.
It's time to take a nap.
Yes.
Because we're up past midnight. That's rough for us. And you got up early.
I went to bed at 11:30.
I went to bed at midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that's all we got. So stay addicted.
And try.